So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how do you choose the right business partner. So my name is Prithvi Chauhan and I'm the founder of a healthcare investment company in UAE, and I have managed to bring together some of the most well-known and high-profile executives in the whole country to be my business partners. And this includes a CEO or an ex-CEO of a $3.5 billion company, top lawyers in the region who have advised governments and banks, including a $13 billion bank merger, along with former CFOs of $400 million energy companies and top accountants that have advised billion-dollar conglomerates. Along with that, I have also managed to get into a business partnership with major CEOs of healthcare companies in UAE who have more than 30 years of experience. And this step to establish this partnership has played one of the most important role to position myself to open up opportunities. Because wherever I knocked the door, whenever I made a phone call, this partnership allowed me to open a lot of doors and for people to take me seriously, people to take meetings with me, and this creates an exposure to opportunities that you may not have if you are just a one-man show, okay? And your abilities are severely restricted when you are a one-man show, because there are only so many roles that you can personally fulfill. Now, let me tell you something about myself. I'm not a finance expert. I did not have a degree, although I understand foundations of finance. I have been advised by top financial professionals, so I understand a lot of things, but I'm not a legally qualified financial expert. I'm neither legally qualified healthcare professional, and I'm not a lawyer, okay? But I have those people in my team, and this gives me power to pursue big goals and big dreams, because big goals and big dreams will require some experience from qualified professionals. And if you are not that person, you can have someone else to lend you that experience and that expertise, and you can pay them some shares in the company, some equity in the company. And they don't have to invest any money in the company, so it's no risk for them. They just have to give some time, and you can have the experience, their experience, you can leverage their experience, you can leverage their credibility, you can leverage their expertise, and what they can leverage is your energy. Because if you're listening to this and you're someone young in your 30s, 40s, and you have the energy to start a business, you have the time to start a business. Time is one of the most valuable resources. We are always made to respect qualifications and experience, but it's really the time that's of extreme value. So even if you're someone who is not personally experienced, you should not position yourself as someone that is not valuable, because you may have time that people with experience may not have the time, and you can fill in that gap for these people and they can fill in the gap for you. So what I'm really talking about is a synergy. There are aspects in you that are weak, and there are other people who have those aspects as their core strength, and there are aspects that are your natural strengths that are given to you. For example, I'm young and I have a lot of energy. I can keep going on, and that may not be true for someone at the age 60. And this is the synergistic relationship that I have created in my company with my partners. Is I put in the work, I put in the energy, and they advise me on where to put the energy, how to allocate my time effectively, what pitfalls to avoid, where to go, where not to go, and they can guide me based on their 25, 30 years of experience and formal education and expertise. So it's a really synergistic partnership. So I'm going to talk about now how you can also get partners like this, and it's not very difficult. You can do it, but you need to understand, you need to have a framework before you go out into the market, and you need to have a valid business model that is going to work, because people like this, they are not going to associate with something that does not have a strong foundation, strong basis, and they're not going to associate with someone who is not serious. That's why I say that you need to dress up in a suit to go to some of these meetings, because this will help them understand that you're a serious person, and you're dressed well, you're dressed for success, you're out there, you're making the phone calls, and you're someone serious. And you do not have to just look serious, you also have to be serious, and you have to be committed, you have to make the sacrifices, and those are aspects that they will see in you. So you need to make sure that you have that. You need to make sure you put yourself on the line. You need to make sure you're willing to take the risk, and you're taking the risk. You're demonstrating that you are serious and you're working. Okay, so that's an important thing that they will see in you. The other thing is the business model. You need to have a valid business model that has big potential. You want to be positioned in an opportunity in an industry that's at least trillions of dollars worth, and healthcare is one of them. There are others as well which have big market footprint, and you also want to make sure that those industries are stable and you have a valid business model. So once you are serious, you have a valid business model, and you go out into the marketplace to find individuals, I'm going to give you some frameworks to make sure that you avoid doing these things, these mistakes, making some mistakes. So one of the biggest mistakes you can make is partnering up with your friend and family. Okay, why? Because several reasons. Your friend and family most likely grew up in the same neighborhood as you did, or a similar neighborhood as you did, and their belief systems govern them just like your belief systems govern you. And you both with the same belief system, or you several people with the same belief system come together, it's still the same belief system. There is no disruption, there is no paradigm shift, there is no transformation there, there is no synergy there. Most of you may have almost, not 100%, but almost the same similar weaknesses, similar level of experience. You don't want people you partner up with, especially if you want to build a multi-million-dollar business. You don't want to partner up with people who are just like you, because then you'll have more of what you have, okay, not something transformational. For example, you want to fulfill needs that you have that someone else can fulfill, and you want to be able to fulfill the need they have, and that's a synergy. So there has to be a synergy, otherwise the partnership is not going to work. So who do you want? You want to first assess the needs of the project. Before that, you need to create a plan of the project. You need to have a business model, and you need to set up your goals. And once you set up your big goals and big dreams, and you map it out, and you identify an industry, and you identify a business model that works, that have worked for a lot of people, then you need to assess, look at the thing and assess, what expertise do I need in this venture? What type of people do I need? Do I need a finance person? Do I need a legal person? Do I need a marketing person? What are the needs of the project? And you want to think not just in terms of what are your personal needs, but you want to think from the standpoint of the needs of the whole project. And once you assess that, then you can write down names of the positions that you would require, and then you go into the marketplace and you make a proposal, you provide an incentive for them, and you in that vision, in your dream, and you bring several people together, and you have a solid team to then go pursue the opportunities. So that's in essence a framework to find the right business partner. Again, avoid people who are just like you, people who are at the same level of experience. I like partnering up with people who are at least 50 to 60 years old. And I like partnering up with people who have connections with banks and investors. Because your project, one of the needs your project is going to have is financial. And you want a lot of financial contacts. You want to associate with people who have a lot of financial contacts. And the people that you partner up with, they could be investors also, but sometimes they may just lend you their experience and expertise. And that's okay too. Because even if an investor comes in, you want to make sure that you can justify and say that yes, the project that we are pursuing, we have all the necessary expertise and experience on the board. Look, the partnership that I created, it didn't happen by accident. I thought about these things very methodologically. Okay, I looked at the needs of the project and I identified the members. I wanted to build $1 billion company. I want to build $1 billion company. I want to take the company public. So most of the people in my team have done those things. And it's very easy for them to look back on their careers and their experience and coach me and consult me from that standpoint. And that's the position I want you to be in for your project. Whatever the goal that you have, you want to find people who've already done it and then get them to be your business partner. That creates credibility for your company. That creates experience. You can avoid a lot of mistakes. And also, it's extremely beneficial to get financing. If you want to get an investor, if you want to get money from the bank, they're going to ask you, do you have the experience and expertise to pursue this project? And if you don't, does somebody in your company have that experience or expertise? And with that, you fill the gap that you have through other people and you make your project successful. So if you found this video interesting and if you want to get in touch with me for a mentorship, one-on-one mentorship, just you and me advising you and positioning you, identifying the industry you want to get into, identifying the business model, which is going to be buying multi-million-dollar businesses, how to, structure your business model, pick an industry the right way, and how to build a team around it, how to get your accounting firms and law firms, how to interview banks for funding, and how do you find multi-million-dollar businesses that you can buy. And they are all over the place in your city. How do you get in touch with them? How do you negotiate with them? How do you get through the gatekeepers? How do you structure deals? And how do you analyze these deals with your team and then get funding to buy businesses and buy several businesses? If you want to be positioned for that opportunity, if you want to set up this machine, get in touch with me and we'll see what can be worked out. I'll talk to you soon.